Hi everyone. I hope you guys can see me and hear me. If you can see me and hear me on LinkedIn or YouTube, just give a thumbs up maybe so that we can get started with today's session. Are we ready, guys? I'm still waiting for reactions from your end. Ah, so let's get started with today's topic. Before that, let quickly introduce myself for the people who are new here. My name is Jigarjeet Singh, and few of you who have joined me today for this webinar already know me. Those who don't know me, so I'm founder of JW Infotech, which I set up back in 2015, and this is part of our initiative to create awareness about different things, different topics, particularly uh, around the area and sphere of uh, digitization, IT. And today's topic is one of the most controversial topics, I would say, because everyone knows about AI, but the correct definition of AGI in itself is not completely known. So let's quickly dive into the few. Let's start with few question and answers forms where I'll introduce you to the topic and then try to explain it further for the audience so that you guys can understand what AGI is and where we are going from here in AGI. Let me know if you guys are ready. So, the like what is AGI, right? If we start from there, so defining AGI is in itself a very complicated kind of a thing because there is a very sleek line between AI and AGI. So, artificial intelligence and artificial general intelligence are two different things, and we can call AGI as the next level where machines get cognitive thinking abilities, where they can start um, making decisions by themselves, I would say. So um, when we are automating the workflow, we can do it using AI, but on the other hand, uh, when we are I yeah, he has messaged me, so if you guys can't hear, just let me know if you can. So that would be great. Maybe comment or uh, so that let me take the next question. So I got a confirmation that you guys can hear me. So let me just quickly continue. Sorry for the technical issues we face. sometimes, but that is part of the journey, right? So we are with every step we are getting better. So AGI in itself is a machine which we want to make it self-reliant, like so let it make its own decisions, and so uh, we need to define that what AGI is and what AI isn't. So that is the most confusing part, right? So where AI ends and where AGI starts. So if AI has the cognitive ability um, beyond where it can make its own decisions, so that can no, like that can be called as AGI. So the core definition, if we go to, is a machine which has cognitive abilities and can like make decisions by itself based on the understanding it has, the learning it has made over time, and has a wide range of knowledge over various different domains, and uh, equivalent or surpassing the human equivalent or surpassing the human uh, ability to do something. Okay, and like so, AI is very narrow in itself. Uh, where, like it's so let's say a chatbot. It's basically AI automated chatbot where it can answer by itself. Okay? And recommendation engines, those also fall under AI because they are based on one algorithm, one single algorithm, not based on multiple algorithms. And AGI, on the other hand, is cognitively flexible, able to perform tasks by itself, do um, things which humans can do, and it is domain independent. So it's not that it is intelligent in one particular domain, so it can do certain tasks by itself, and it can't do task on the other hand, like on the other hand, it can't do certain tasks. So, like if it is general intelligence, so it should have intelligence in all the uh, domains per se. And AGI is also has a very unique capability where it can learn by itself. So, say if you, if you want it to do something, so while doing it should be able to learn further. And it is adaptable in nature. So, as I mentioned, so while it is learning, so it can adapt to new situations. So, let's say it learned in one particular environment, now it can apply the learning in the other environment, and then accordingly make changes and do certain stuff, which it is like said to be capable of doing. So, if you guys are clear with that, we can move on to the next topic. So that is, excuse me, guys. Sorry for the disturbance. Uh, what you call, I quickly had to take. Back to the topic, so differentiating between AGI and AI. So AI is, let's say we want to build a model which will only create content, as we discussed in the previous webinar. So we will give it certain prompts in such a way, or make its training in such a way that it will uh, its training would be done in certain aspects only, so that we can go for like further down and create that particular model to work on only creating content. It won't be that the same model can also write prescriptions or become a doctor or those kind of things, right? So on the other hand, so we, like as humans, always have strive for more. So we want AGI to be such a thing where we are able to achieve human capability in a machine and even more, just not human capability. So we don't want to stop at. So let's say there was this example of a AI where the chess master lost to a AI model, right? So there are limited number of moves one can make on a chessboard. So according to that, that particular model was trained, and the chess master actually lost to that. So it doesn't mean that if that same AI is deployed on some other thing, it will work the same, right? Any questions up till here? You can, so we are going to have this in a conversation form. So if anyone wants to ask questions in between, you're more than welcome to ask uh, questions whenever you want. Just try to keep them within the domain of our topic today we are discussing. So, next thing comes, where do we stop? Right? So, AG, we keep on developing. Where do we want AGI to go? So, as I was discussing, so um, it's going to go like further deep into uh, other things, and go up to where we find that machine can do a better job than us. So, let's say I'm a IT person who develops code, right? So I'm a software engineer in specifically development, like a software development engineer maybe. So let's say, is the machine capable of doing that code? Yes, but can the machine, as of now, do the uh, automation by itself, like end-to-end deployment, do everything? Up to some extent, yes, but still there are certain points where human intervention is needed, and then only we can go for it. So um, that is where we are at the moment in AGI. So if you like, we want to go further deep, so let's say uh, we can take up the next question, which is generative AI versus AGI. So exact difference. So first we were talking about just AI, and now we have dig one step down into generative AI. Generative AI, as we discussed in the last webinar, generative AI is a specific model trained to do specific tasks based on the prompt we provide to it. So let's say we ask AI model like Sora to create a blog, do certain task, um, like initiate certain tasks. So it will do that way. And on the other hand, so there are like AGI, we want it to be. So let's say we say, go ahead and let's say act as a CEO maybe, and these tasks. What else do you think is important to do these tasks, and can you do that by yourself? So that way, and then for example, let's say for uh, the Mars mission, which is on Musk has been doing. So for that also, it will be helpful if we create a AI model which has general intelligence in it. So let's say go create a colony over there. So rather than putting human force, so we can just go ahead and send certain robots with AGI capability and ask them to create an environment where we can live on a different planet. So AGI has many different use cases, and still it is being explored further. Uh, where today's so if we compare where we plan to take AGI, it is way far from where we are at now, right now. So let's say we are making those agentic AIs and those things. Those are very very basic when compared to the mindset with which AGI is to be created. So it is like few aspects which are key to AGI are it should be autonomous, it should have cognitive ability, and it should be able to do the tasks at least at the level humans can do or better. So it should be a computer, it should be a machine, it should have the capability to learn, it should have the capability to adapt. So that is where we are at. But, there are certain other things which we should keep in mind while creating these is ethical consideration. So it shouldn't go out of hand and Transformers movie come to life, right? Where the machines are taking over and we are left with nothing. So that kind of thing shouldn't be happening. So will AGI take over the world? I received these questions through you guys only, so let's try to answer that. Will so what do you think? Will AGI be able to take over the world? According to the definition we have discussed and the things we have discussed so far, will it be able to take over the world right now? I don't think so. So, and if we maintain certain like ethical considerations, so I don't think so. In the long run, of course, anything can happen and things can get out of hand. But at the moment, so AGI will never become self-aware, right? So we as humans can reflect and be self-aware and have certain capabilities which a machine can will never be able to have. It won't like happen overnight, right? So it is a gradual process, and um, I think we will be adapted to that kind of environment where we are used to use machines for general tasks which take very less time. And can humans be outperformed? No, right? So at the end, if we try, there will be like even our cognitive abilities and in the last uh, few decades, I would say a few thousand years, our capabilities have grown exponentially. So we have created these machines, and so we have created AI, and with our abilities, we have reached here, right? So similarly, we are also evolving side by side. So according to me personally, I don't believe that AGI would take over, and so and at the end, so we can always pull the plug to AGI, right? So once it doesn't have the power, so I don't think it will work. So the danger here is not like AGI wants to take over, but it is that we fail to align it with human values and allow unintended like consequences. Because there are certain theories and certain online stuff which will show you that AI is taking over, but it's not going to happen overnight and it's not going to happen tomorrow. The real risk are practical, right? So it's not dramatic like a robot will come, kill humans, and take over the planet, become the kings and queens that way. So there is being like misinformation being distributed in masses at scale, so that there can be a bias in these machines. And if there is a bias and lack of transparency over a period of time, so of course there can be certain places where we don't want to go. We will be moving towards that. So, what is the like real takeaway out of this particular topic we are discussing? So, of course, AGI won't be taking over the world. Uh, if it is developed ethically, if it is developed transparently, and it is aligned by clear governance and human oversight. So I don't think so. It will um, take over the world today, tomorrow, or maybe soon. Any questions so far? So if there are no questions, let me move forward to our next topic. Um, I hope you guys are not getting bored. If you are getting bored, just ask questions. When it is in practice, you will learn something new out of it, and even I will learn something. So next would be discussing where we are headed with this, right? So now we know what AGI is, at least at the base level, and we know uh, what it is not, and we now can decide where we are going with this. So if everybody is able to listen to me and wants to, we have to go ahead and I think over the next at least 4 to 5 years, we will see very, very advanced developments in AGI, which will um, take us further to like near to what we expect AGI to be. And um, because what I have seen and what I have discussed with many, let's say, entrepreneurs or AI enthusiasts working in the direction of AI, they have different timelines, and depending on uh, how we define AGI, so the definition for AGI is different for everybody, right? So, um, depending on that, uh, all those different definitions of AGI or benchmarks we use or assumptions we take, depending on those only, there will be different timelines. I think at least a decade or two, AGI will still take to actually do it to the level where we expect it to be. Uh, and it will, of course, need accelerated computation power, somewhat like NVIDIA has been building over time. And um, if it is able to simulate human reasoning, so let's say if it is able to do it in the way humans do, right? So not based on just algorithms or just certain set of data. It should be like anonymous and autonomous, not depending on just on the things learned, but also on the environment that particular decision has to be made in. So those kind of um, different aspects would be there to create this AGI. And generative AI, on the other hand, of course, has shown certain behaviors which show that it might reach that, but uh, there is still a lot of scope. Uh, there is still a lot of deep learning which needs to be done. And the first timeline is 1 to 2 decades, right? The other timeline I have heard is 3 to 5 decades. So I don't know that long. I don't. I believe the first one better because if we look at the timeline in the last 5 10 years, so the growth in IT or digital era has been exponential. It's not like taking much time. So I believe that it will come sooner. And the major things which will take time are creating flexibility, cognitive flexibility, and then creating self-awareness, reasoning, making it generalized. Like for if it should be able to solve the problems which haven't been solved before. So those kind of intelligence which we will have to create in that thing, and it will not happen overnight. It will take time. And the other thing is, so some people say that AGI would be achieved when it has a certain consciousness. Right? So if we are able to create consciousness in a robot, so it will no longer be a robot, and uh, it will be tied with humans too much, and it will be too near to be a human. It's humanoid or like be a exact copy of us. And the only thing remaining would be adding ethical reasoning to it. And the rapid progress in this is actually real. And if you go and search on Google, so you will find many examples of AGI companies and organizations, startups trying to build AGI and moving towards general intelligence. And there have been certain projects also based on which white papers have been written, which can be found on Google. So, if you guys want to check those out, I will share the link in the comment. Just keep on following this particular event, like webinars, LinkedIn Lives, uh, link to see those white papers and other links which I share. So, um, predicting AGIs is like predicting to fly in the 1800s. So just think it has taken so much time to come here, and predicting that we will be able to create humans. Humans, anyways, we can create, but we will be able to create robots which are exactly. So that is kind of vision which the people who are working in this domain have. But uh, to predict when this will come true, so that is a whole like different ball game. So just look at the amount of computation power or cognitive ability we would require for that. And moving towards the last section of our today's webinar, which is where we will discuss what it actually means. So, if we talk about it in the business sense, so what it actually means, right? So, it's not just about being created or what it will achieve, and how businesses will benefit from it, how industries will benefit from it, how education will benefit from it. So that is the real question, right? So we can create a lot of stuff without having any additional benefits. So that is not actual problem solving, right? So here we are trying to reduce the burden on the systems we have created, reduce certain other things based on that. So It will supercharge the efficiency and innovation, and it is like, so if we are able to simulate R&D, and if we can automate R&D in itself, so just think, if we have human level judgment there, so it will automate everything, and like it will decrease the overall time taken to um, it will help in enhancing decision making. So, with general intelligence, there will be certain decision making capabilities where um, organizations with less people, less humans, can make decisions faster and create bigger impact on the whole civilization of the human society in itself. It will also enhance the cross-functional coordination. So AIs are not based on bias or emotions, right? So they make their decisions based on facts and logic. So those things will, of course, make a difference, right? For education, it will help in hyper personalized learning. So based on certain person's traits, he or she will be able to learn from AGI in a different way. And of course, education also, AGIs can be created in the domain of like creating teacher co-pilots, where uh, like a high level humanoid or machine based program which will help you learn better, generate lessons, plans, answer the student questions, and adapt in um, class engagements easily. So those are the things which can be done. And, there will be new paradigms which will open. Uh, so it will also help you, like human civilization, to, like specifically in smaller kids, uh, like maybe the age group from up till 5, 4, 5, where it is kindergarten age, and there they will, if AGI is there, so there can be a process which can be created on how to think, how to ask better questions, how to collaborate with intelligent systems can be inculcated there itself, and it will create more curiosity and less use a word conformity maybe for society. New challenges and possibilities will be there, job transformation. So we are seeing a lot of layoffs, which in one of my recent posts also I discussed. So uh, layoffs are real, but you need to adapt, right? So there will be certain roles which AI or AGI will take, right? But there will be new roles to be created. So you just need to adapt, learn, uh, be more flexible with what you are learning, and be able to like answer better, do better things, learn how to use the new technology, new tools, um, create better um, understanding for yourself. And on the other hand, so for society, we should also like towards the end, I would still mention that we need to take ethical and governance challenges. We need to define who controls these AGIs, who what value set we are inculcating in that, and how society as a whole, strong institution, and uh, will be able to achieve better goals. So on the other hand, so redefining productivity and well-being, so it will redefine how we do things. Of course, there will be changes coming. So who would have thought that we would have these bullet trains, we would have these planes in the 1800s? Now we have everything. So similarly, there are few unforeseen things which will happen in the coming decade or two, and of course, it comes with the risks. So we need to be very careful. We'll take this from here. So one of the key lines I will like to towards Q&A is that uh, the way we prepare socially will shape whether AGI uplifts or disrupts our society as a whole, as a as a human race. So this is what thoughts I will leave you with, and if there are any questions you can ask in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I'm here to answer those. Any questions? So I would like to thank, if there are no questions, so I would like to thank you all us for today's session, and it was great interacting with you. We try to make this more interactive, more fun for next time onwards, and hope you guys at least got some value out of it. This will remain on the internet, and it will carry on to create some value. Still, you can leave comments anytime, and I will happily be answering them through the same channel.